Hey, beautiful people. Hope you're having an excellent day. I shot a little video off my phone about an hour ago, but I didn't say everything in it that I wanted to say. So I'm redoing it as a one on one. Yesterday at Metron, great day. I can't say that the River of Revelation started yesterday because it's been going on for a while, but definitely bumped up to another level. I woke up this morning still feeling the vibration from it. Um, I don't know how much the video from Metron translates, but yesterday in that theater, it was cool. It was confirmation. It was energy, life. This weekend, I'm going to a workshop hosted by Dr. Joe Dispenza. I've been following this guy for a few years, and when I found out he was going to be in town, I thought it was going to be a lecture series, but it's actually like a meditation workshop. It's called How to Break the Habit of Being Yourself. And meditation is not something that's really part of my regular routine, but I want to be open-minded, and I really like this man and like the things that he says, and I want to see him in person to partake of that energy. You know, books and video and all that stuff is great, but there's nothing like actually being in the same geographical location with someone. So one of the prerequisites for going to this seminar, this workshop, is to read one of his books. And time-wise, it works out better for me just to download an audiobook. So I did that today, and I've been listening to it. It's a British gentleman that reads it. And so many of the things that he was saying today resonate and confirm things that I've taught, but also as he's referring to quantum physics, neuroscience, neuroplasticity, psychology, the history of different people from Descartes to Einstein that sort of helped us define reality. With everything that he's saying, my mind automatically connects the dots to the scriptures. I can't say that I'm pregnant with this book, but I definitely have some eggs that are frozen that could be fertilized at some future date. And that is a book that really, in my mind, is the fulfillment of one of the reasons I was born. It really is about the ministry of reconciliation, about bringing different camps together. When I hear scientists talk, people from New Age, New Thought, different disciplines that are spiritually motivated, I automatically want to build a bridge with them. I was taught in Bible college that kind of thing was compromise. I don't think that now. I'm not a wall builder. I'm a bridge builder, and so because my brain the brain chemistry has been so defined by the Bible for my entire life, that when someone says something that has truth in it, there's a neuropath in my brain that moves it to the Bible. Today, in these first couple of chapters, he was talking about, for instance, how that non-matter is bigger than matter, that the entire universe is made up really nearly 100% of energy. It's like less than 1% that's actual matter. Everything else is energy. And he was talking about how that change is possible because he put it this way. He said, you're actually more of nothing than you are of something. I didn't hear that as a negative. I knew what he was saying by that, and it automatically made me think of 2 Corinthians 4:16, where Paul says, we do not look to the seen things because the seen things are temporal, the unseen things are eternal. So many things that he said, we walk by faith and not by sight, or faith is the evidence of things not seen, the substance of things hoped for. So as he's talking about those things, I'm automatically thinking, that's like chapter and verse so-and-so. He was talking about, and these are things I talk about a lot too, about how in the quantum field there's a infinite number of possibilities that are all equal realities. And the importance of, he didn't use this phrase, but he was basically saying, believe you receive when you pray. That's Mark 11:24. Mark 11:23 is speak to the mountain. Mark 11:24 is when you pray, believe that you have it, and then it manifests in the natural realm, in the material world. And then one today that this is the one that really sort of was the incentive for me doing this video, because I woke up this morning and I was answering inbox messages and my usual morning routine, and I was thinking about the idea of creating your own reality, but also being aware of the reality that's in the world. And I was going to make a meme that said something like, I love today in the midst of this imperfect world. And that's what he was talking about a lot in this book. And he was talking about how you create your reality, you create your day, and that sort of thing. But I never really connected it with this scripture from the 91st Psalm. David wrote most of the Psalms. Moses wrote the 91st. And it says, 1,000 will fall at your side and 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. Traditionally, that scripture is always used about spiritual warfare. What I see in that is that you don't have to be in denial. I know that there's possible nuclear proliferation going on. And, there's racism and violence and child abuse and all these things that are real. No one's saying that you should deny those things. But in the midst of those things, you can create your own reality. 1,000 can have this reality and 10,000 can have that reality, but neither of those things have any bearing on my reality. Man, that's huge. I don't know, that was a whole new neuropath opened up in my brain that opened up something very, very powerful. You don't have to feel guilty about creating your own reality. You don't have to be in denial. Yesterday, I used the reference from The Wizard of Oz when, at the end, when Dorothy is talking to Glinda and she says, "Can you help me?" And Glinda says, "You don't need to be helped any longer." And I was talking about how in The Wizard of Oz, which is really a parable, Glinda weans Dorothy off herself. In the beginning of the movie or of the book, she's helping her, protecting her from the witch, etc. At the end, she says, "Well, you've always had the power." And the Scarecrow says, "Well, why didn't you tell her that?" And she said, "Because she wouldn't have believed me." And the Scarecrow says, "Well, I should have thought of it with my brain." And the Tin Man said, "I should have felt it in my heart." And Glinda says, "No, she had to learn it for herself. Nobody else could show that to her." And that's so true. Man, that's true. I have many people in my life that don't walk in the reality that I walk in. And I don't judge them because I can't make them have reality. I can't break somebody out of a religious spirit or a certain mindset. I don't even want to try to do it. The scripture says, "Let him who is ignorant be ignorant still." And I don't mean that I know that sounds smug and condescending to say that. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, look, if you want to walk in sickness and all these kind of things, I have compassion for you, and I'll go visit you in the hospital, and I'll pray for you, and all these kind of things. That doesn't mean that's going to be my reality. I learned early on that even when you counsel with people, you have to keep a part of yourself back. You can empathize with them without partaking of their destructive thoughts. I don't want to hold myself hostage. I want to be there for other people. I want to be touched with the feelings of their infirmities. But I also want to create my own reality. Jesus said, "Satan has come to me, but he has nothing in me." I love that. I just wanted to say those things today. I love today. I love what I'm feeling. I watch the news and I'm aware of all that's going on, and then I turn it off and I get right back into the new world that I'm creating. There is a new heaven and a new earth, and it's coming down.